Ford versus Chevy versus Toyota is always a big talk when it comes to NASCAR. Today, we're going to be evaluating and expressing how well each manufacturer has been doing over the past few years. So, what's going on, guys? Cool 200 here. Welcome back to the NASCAR Lounge. Thank you for joining me today. And it's a very interesting video. I know in the last video, the Las Vegas reactions, I said I would see you Friday. But happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful day, depending where you are in the world. So today comes to a very familiar and interesting video. We know everybody has been talking about Ford, Chevy, and Toyota in NASCAR for the past few months, maybe past few years. But you've never heard my take on it. You've never heard what I've had to say. And we're not going to focus so much on Toyota. It's the main focus, and maybe the title of this video, is Ford. More importantly, the Ford Mustang versus the Chevy Camaro. So it's no secret, obviously, that Chevy introduced the Chevy Camaro to NASCAR last season. And it's a very nice one, as you can see with this nice 164. But bringing it into NASCAR last year, it won the first race of the season, the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon bumping out Eric Almirola in the 10 car, a Ford Fusion, might I add, to win. Now, obviously, that is a controversial finish. You know, people saying Dillon bumped him on purpose. I think Dillon admitted to doing that. You know, it's just a big and I don't want to get into it, honestly. And then, obviously, and I don't have a card to show you, but the Ford company revealed the Ford Mustang for the Cup Series. Now, obviously, they've been running Chevy Camaros and Ford Mustangs in the Xfinity Series, I believe, since 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And they've been doing great. And obviously, Toyota released the Supra this year, which looks, that car, it's a sick looking car. I got to get a diecast of that. It's beautiful. But yeah, and obviously the Camry is now this Camry model. They've had, I think, 3 models in the Camry: the 2013, 2014, 2015 through 2016, and then 2017 through 2019. So I think next year we'll see a new Camry as well. But yeah, it's the oldest model now. You know, they should have a hand on it. They should be doing great, you know, winning races like Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., you know, all that. And obviously Denny Hamlin won the Daytona 500. And then we get into the regular season, and Ford has won the first 2 regular season races outside of Daytona as a non-restrictor plate. Chevy struggled to get top 10s in the early going of the season after the Daytona 500. Top 10s. Kyle Larson couldn't do it. Chase Elliott couldn't do it. My face is super blurry. I mean, this camera's not good. We need a new camera. Sorry, iPad, anyways. So it just tells you something about what the Ford people know versus what the Chevy people know. Because, and maybe even Toyota, because when Toyota released the Camry, it took them a little bit, you know, But then they were just, you know, they were winning races again, you know. 2017, Martin Truex Jr. 2017 NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series champion. First year for the new Camry. And then Chevy, you know, they had the SS since 2013, really didn't do anything to it. And they still don't really have a grip on that Chevy, it feels like. I don't. It's still the weakest, in my opinion. You know, Larson, yeah, sure, he pretty much had Atlanta in the bag, but blew it, which kind of sucks. And Chase Elliott really hasn't been running that good. Alex Bowman's been running like 10th through 15th. Jimmy Johnson has sucked. Kurt Busch, maybe the second best Chevy driver right now. And then William Byron hasn't really done anything either. And even RCR is doing better. RCR might actually have a handle on this Chevy. And JTG Doherty Racing isn't doing that well either. I mean, yeah, they got, top 10 with Chris Buescher in Atlanta, I think. But still, like, it's crazy. And then you got Penske winning 2 of the first non-restrictor plate tracks of the season. I think, flat out, Ford's going to do great this season. Versus Toyota might do great as well because they got Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, all them. And even Matt Benedetto, but, he's, we've seen that team. We didn't. I know some people are disappointed with that, but that might be for a separate video in a later date. We'll see if I get around to it. But it's crazy because you expect Chevy to be good now. You expect them to run up front to top 5, top 10. They're still running mid-card. Like, this isn't good. This isn't acceptable. Yeah, sometimes they squeak in the top 5. They squeak in the top 10. But they're not getting in the top 3, And you may be saying, oh, well, they ran the top 3 during at Las Vegas at some point. Sure, yeah, but they're not finishing that way. The results are not there. Ford, 2 wins. The results are there. It took Chase Elliott was the only Chevy winning driver last year besides Austin Dillon. Like, we've still got the whole season to go, and we've already had 2 different Ford winners. Sure, from the same stable, but it says something about what Ford has versus what Chevy has, and I don't know what they have. They've got some serious speed though, and the Fusion was pretty much around the, as long as the SS. Yeah, they changed it 2015 or to 2016 a little bit. They added a little bit of a different bumper, but it was still the Fusion. It was pretty much the same car, So it's just crazy how the Fusion into the Mustang is a big change, but it isn't, and Harvick is dominating as well. I expect Harvick to win lots of races this year too. He did pretty well at Las Vegas. He had Atlanta, it is what it is, and I hate all 3 of those drivers, Logano, Brad, and Harvick. But they're gonna win races this year. Versus Chevy. Jimmy Johnson, I don't see him making the playoffs this year. Chase Elliott, he may not win a race. Maybe he'll fire off, like he did at the end of the season, which would be great. And Larson, I expect maybe 1 win out of him. I hope. And Kurt Busch, maybe a few top 5s, but not a win. It's not good for Chevy. And Toyota, I see lots of wins out of their stables. Kyle Busch, Mark Truex Jr., maybe Denny Hamlin squeaks in another win. But I see Brad Keselowski winning a few more races, Joey Logano winning a few more races, Kevin Harvick maybe winning 3. And those are the Ford Mustangs. The new body, obviously. Because I've been talking about it for a little while here now. It's just crazy how it is, and I don't see anybody talking about this. That's why I came here today to bring you guys something new, something interesting, something that no one is talking about, to get people talking about this. People need to notice this a little bit more. Is it not weird that Ford is crushing Chevy from last year and still crushing them with this new body? I don't know if it's just because of the aero package that we got now, but Ford has something up their sleeve. I don't know, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Could this be Ford's year to win another championship? Or is Chevy going to come back, fight hard, and beat those Toyotas and those Fords and get a championship with somebody? Right now, I don't see it. Jimmy Johnson's not producing. Chase Elliott still has a little ways to go. Kyle Larson has a long ways to go. Kurt Busch, maybe a little bit out of his prime, but still good. But like I said, I don't see him winning races. I hope I'm wrong. Chevy fans such as myself, I hope we are proven wrong. I hope, Chevy can do something good. But if they can't get it together this year, is this Chevy Camaro a bust? It may be a little too soon to call it that. But that's where this is heading. The Chevy Camaro had a lot of hype when it was revealed. It was a beautiful car. And it is a beautiful car. We have to see Chevy produce before we call this Chevy Camaro a bust. But anyways, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Give you some statistics on how well Chevy did from last year and how well Ford is doing with their new Ford Mustang this year. And even the Toyota Supra in the Xfinity series. I know, completely different series. But the Camaro and Mustang really have been running a long time in that series now. And the Supra just comes in there. Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, taking her to victory lane. I don't know, guys. Something's happened here in NASCAR. It's interesting. I'd love to see more, honestly. This season should be a good one. I'd love to see Chevy progress here and not have to go back to the SS. They probably won't do that. But anyways, guys, that is the show. Just wanted to share this video with you guys. Hopefully it gets noticed a little bit here, Try and get some people to watch this show a little bit here, get some more viewership. So I do put a lot of time into this video, It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort. Have to do it at the right time. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate this. Now let me know, guys, are you a Ford Mustang fan? Are you a Chevy Camaro fan? Or are you one of those Toyotas? Let me know, guys. Anyways, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what to do. All links down in the description. And I will see you guys on Friday for, I think, the ISM Phoenix predictions. I think that's what track we've got next. I don't really know. I'll have to figure it out. Peace.